So let's launch into a word problem. The formula d equals the square root of 13x can be used to estimate the distance of the horizon in d kilometers from an observer at the height of x meters above sea level. Okay, hold the phone for a second. I'm finding this really difficult to visualize, so first thing I do is I'm going to Google image it. Well, I first Googled it, and then I got this right here. I'm like, ah. So literally the horizon is where the earth meets the sky, or where the sea meets the sky. It's kind of like we're looking at the edge of the earth. It's right at that point before the earth curves back down underneath, because the earth is a sphere. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying that the distance to the horizon is related to the height above sea level. So if I were to draw this, okay, I'm going to draw the Earth's curve, and I'm going to say, okay, so my height, and the height is this way, it's perpendicular to the Earth, but my sight line is tangential. Now my height is perpendicular to the Earth, whereas my sight line to the horizon is a tangent, meaning that it only touches the Earth once. So it touches at one point. It doesn't. It's not like a cord that splits through the Earth several times. It's just one point. So if I were to say, on this diagram right here, I would say that this is my x because it's the height above sea level, and this is the distance to the horizon. So this is my d. So an observer is in a hot air balloon that is attached to a 200-meter tower whose base is at sea level. Okay, so this x here is made up of this height of 200 meters plus something else, which we will find out. How high above the tower, okay, that's the key here, high above the tower must the balloon be so the observer's distance to the horizon is 100 kilometers. So I know that my d is 100 kilometers. So if my d is 100 kilometers, I can rewrite this here. I'm going to say 100 equals the square root of 13x. Now we know what a part of the x is, but we want to find the full distance so that we can find out how high above the 200-meter tower it must be. So 100 equals the square root of 13x. That means that 10,000 equals, because I'm squaring both sides, equals 13x. Divide both sides by 13. 10,000 over 13 equals x. So as a decimal, what we would say is x equals 769.23 meters. However, it says how high above the tower, and the tower has a height of 200 meters. So I know that my full x is 769. So the height above the tower is 769.23 meters minus 200. So that is 569.23 meters. Height above the tower is 569.23 meters. This question would be very difficult if I couldn't conceive of this visual. Though here's the thing: it's hard to get the visual, but it's really easy to solve the question. So if you're having problems with a certain context of a word problem, come and talk to one of your teachers. But also, you have the power to Google, so you can also use that. I've attached some practice problems, but you can use the suggestions from the textbook first, try the mastery check, and then if you find the mastery check too difficult, go back and do the practice questions that are attached in this note frame.